We're here with David Walls, Head of Player Personnel. Wallsy, how are preparations going for the trade and draft?
Going well. Like it's an ongoing process, long period, like 2 years in the making. But yeah, our recruiting team's done a mountain of work headed by Dave McMullen. We feel confident the work's done. Still a lot to do. The draft combine's next week, so we'll get a lot of athletic data and testing. All the site testing's done there as well, and still got a lot of interviews to conduct. But things are going well, and we'll really screw down on the order in the next month, and have us ready to go draft night. Obviously, with so many mechanisms for trading picks and future picks and coming in, you just need to prepare for everything, and we'll be ready to go on the night.
How are conversations going around Liam Henry's trade request? Is it looking like St Kilda is his likely destination?
Yes, yep. So we've been informed by Liam and his manager that St Kilda's their preferred destination. So it's still early days. Like the trade, again, that's ongoing. The work there. We're meeting with clubs at this stage. Still haven't caught up with St Kilda. Was notified by his manager, Liam's manager, yesterday that he did a medical with St Kilda and was all ticked off. So he said we'll have conversations early next week around what that looks like.
Do you have an idea around what we would get in return for Henry?
Not. We know what we would like and the parameters that we'll work to. We've got to sit down and nut that out. But we're not going to be big players in this year's trade period. Last year we had a lot going on, and then with Dave Mundy's retirement as well, we lost a lot of senior players last year. We're probably going to have minimum changes this year. We won't be doing a lot at the trade table, and really only a few draft picks. So it's going to be limited with what we can do, but we'll just got to find a deal that we can do where we can get real value for Liam. So we'll look at all options, players, future picks, draft picks this year. We'll sit down and make sure we do a deal that we get value for.
Looking ahead to the draft, does it all revolve around Gold Coast and their 3 academy players who are likely to get bids before our first pick at 21?
They'll be a big part of it. We rate, the Gold Coast is in an unbelievably fortunate position that they've got 3 players right at the pointy end of the draft coming out of their academy. So when we do our preparations now, we basically put those guys to the side, knowing that they're not going to be there. They're going to get bid on and taken before our first pick. So they're very fortunate, but that will lead to a lot of manoeuvring of picks and possibilities to trade up and down. Gold Coast will do as much as they can to maximise that position and move their picks around. We probably don't have enough draft capital to get in. They've got pick 4 at this stage to get up that high. We'll keep working, trying to, but unlikely. But what we will do is as that pick moves back and if it gets into the teens, that's where we'll really do our best to try and get our current pick 21 up into the teens. That will be the goal.
What other options does Gold Coast's situation provide us and other clubs to move up the order as Suns look to boost the points need to bid on these players?
Yep. So, again, that's really as that pick moves back, and they will look to split it and get multiple picks so that they can pay for these academy players with later picks, multiple later picks, rather than one single early one. So as that pick gets shuffled back through the draft, that's when we'll really try to make an effort to get in and grab that pick. And like I said, ideally, if it's in the teens, that's where we'd love to get to and be picking from.
Ruckman Mitch Edwards headlines our NGA class this year, but it looks likely he will be selected before we can bid on him at pick 40.
Unfortunately, looks that way. He's had a super 2 years coming through as a young ruckman. He's a giant of a man at 207 centimetres, and really, one of the best rucks in the draft pool. So we've worked with Mitch for a number of years, got a good relationship with him. Would love to have him at the club, but with the way the current rules are, with the bid being at 40, I think it's unlikely that we'll be seeing Mitch at Fremantle. But we've got our fingers crossed and hoping for the best. He's an exciting prospect.
Joel Hamling is out of contract this year, but we're eager to have him on our list next year.
Yeah, Yep, for sure. Joel's, we'd love to have Joel. We've got an offer to him, just working through that at the moment. So his back half of the year was really strong and moving the best he has for a year, a number of years. So he's a good fella. His attitude back at Peel when he was playing there was outstanding and really helped develop a lot of our young guys and get them through to the grand final. It was good to see him play some games at the end of the year as well. So, we'd love to have Joel at Fremantle next year. And, we're working through that at the moment.
Brennan Cox is our latest big re-signing. How are the talks progressing with Sean Darcy?
Sean, that's coming along well. We've met with Sean a number of times, met with his management, met with his family as well. So they love Fremantle. They're as passionate as we all are about success at Fremantle and where the club's going. So Sean loves the lifestyle and living there and heavily invested. And our playing group love Sean and want to play with him as well. So it's still early days, but I'm confident that we'll get something to Sean soon, and I'm confident that he'll be a Docker for life, and that's probably the decision he's got to make. Is early days with the first two contract, but now this will be a long-term one because he is a free agent, and you really do become a West Australian when you go from the age of 25 to 30 and settle down and just get in your head that WA will be home for life.